back and let them see what's going on up on the Elite Mancast. Oh man. Okay, there we go. There we go. Now we live. We live now. Hey. Yeah, man. Welcome to another edition of the Elite Mancast, where we have different topics, different subjects, and we talk about different things. We keeping it real with y'all because that's all we know how to do with us. Check this out. Go to YouTube, like, subscribe, share. All of that good stuff, man. You can share on your Facebook page. It's all good too. Appreciate y'all for tuning in. Y'all know, man, tonight, man, we're gonna be talking about the standards as a man. What are your standards as a man? You know, all of that kind of thing, because we want these men to start understanding they have to have standards in this world. You have to have standards in your life as men and women. I couldn't find a woman on the panel tonight, but that would have been a great thing too. Just to have standards in your life, man, because if we don't do nothing else, we got to have standards for our own personal life and for our family life and that type of business. So, man, y'all know, welcome. We got Coach KD. We got Prime Time.
Yes,
and we got Mr. Michael in the house. Prime Time. Say that, boy, we still love Prime, man. Prime ain't did nothing wrong. Feel me?
Nothing at all.
See, Prime Time said, you better be glad we caught him now. You caught me now. Yeah, because if this season get going, boy, I got another year in me. I'm gonna start finding the best players in the league, man. For the league, rather.
Yes, sir.
But yeah, man, Coach, give me a little something, a little intro on this topic tonight, brother.
Good evening. I'm so glad to be here. It's truly wonderful to be in the land of the living. I hope everybody can see this message and get this message, because standards as a man is a great topic. I look forward to us diving into it. Standards of a man, how you live, how you think, what you practice, what you make time for. Okay, that's where I'm going at with it. You know, what you believe is what you make time for. The standards you live by. No more traditional thinking.
I like that. Come on with it then. Mike, what you got going on?
He can hear you.
Mike, hey. Mike.
Hey, what's up, everybody? This topic. Yeah.
Change your battery.
Boy, y'all are true.
Boy, that boy out of control, lady.
You gotta love it.
Man. Change your battery up. You say old school, you gotta do that here today.
Go ahead, Prime Time. Let's keep it going, baby.
Man,
yeah.
It took 33. Well, first off, welcome everybody. You know, it's always a pleasure to talk to my brothers, not only on a daily basis, but also on a designated time, you know, on this day, every week, same time, same channel, Prime Time, baby. Look, standards as a man. You know, just understanding the difference, because you have your personal standards, morals, your mastery, self-discipline, work ethic, your work-life balance, work quality. I have a list of them, but you know, you just need to have standards, period. Because I mean, if you don't stand for something, you're willing to fall for anything. You can look at the world; it'll give you a full definition of what not having standards can do for you and do to you. So, let's run with it.
That's real stuff right there, man.
I like the fact that you brought up the world, because you know the world got standards, and we think that we have to go by the world standards, but not until you make your own, make it applicable to you. You know, you can move in a certain way that's towards your destiny. You get what I'm saying? If you just go the traditional thinking or the traditional way of what society say your standards should be, you could be left behind.
Oh, absolutely. I'm glad you mentioned that, because you know, they have, as far as social standards, you know, women, they have their standards and what they look for in a guy. But as soon as a guy do it, then they want to turn it sexist. Well, no, you want a man 6 foot, 6 figures with a 6-pack, but I'm being a sexist if I'm looking for the same thing, not necessarily a 6-foot woman, because my mom's 6'5", so I'm good on that part. But it's like, if I want the same standards in a woman that, you know, y'all want, or that you're looking for in a man, then it's like, you know, what's the difference? Why is it good enough for you, but, you know, I have to settle?
Right.
Yeah, I heard that, man. I heard that on I think it was one of them YouTube reel, them shorts they be doing, and that's what the lady was talking about. She was more or less like, why is it that no, the guy he was speaking, but he put it like this, right? He said, why is the guy looked praised upon when he sleeps with a lot of women, but when the woman does it, she's looked down upon, which it should be both. Like, say, you spreading yourself thin, you know what I'm saying? Because some men don't have standards in how many partners they're gonna sleep with.
Absolutely.
You know what I'm saying? So it's like, I feel like I like that analogy too. It's like, and then with that being said, bro, when you give yourself to everybody, not just sexually, but just, mentally, physically, that drains your energy, man. It
Yeah.
brings your vibration down. You're not as valuable because you're so accessible. That's why your friends don't appreciate you all the time. That's why the woman don't appreciate the man all the time, because it's too much access.
Right.
I was listening to these boys talk the other day. They said, man, just think about it like this. When you haven't seen somebody in a long time, don't you get the greeting of a lifetime?
Yeah, you do.
Everybody's just like, oh man, I love this. Boy, that's my dog. Boy, look at my boy. Boy, you doing good.
Yeah.
But if they see you every day, it's all adapt, and then y'all go separate ways.
Yeah.
So once we start making ourselves less accessible, just having standards on that, you know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
You got to have standards on that right there, being accessible.
Yeah.
Mike, I don't see you, brother. You're not in the back.
And I'm glad you
So
said
it's
that
like
because
if you are giving yourself access to everybody, and every day you got to see this person, I got to see that person. It's like even when you're not even in the same household relationship, sometimes we got to stay apart because that's what's going to grow us stronger. I feel.
Give them time to miss you.
Right. Even in your marriage, you know what I'm saying? Y'all go to sleep together, but in the daytime, it's like call and check once or twice, and then after that, it's like let me let you do your thing, and I'm gonna do my thing, because we should have standards of that, alone time, because you see each other all the time. Then y'all energies are starting to cross because everybody's energy not moving on the same wavelength at all days, all the time.
Hey, is it safe to say standards and expectations are the same thing? Like if I have a standard, can my expectation of my wife be the same thing? Or my expectation of my boss be the same thing?
Well, I feel like if your standard is stunt, in concrete, that's only what you're going to involve yourself in, or that's what you're only going to be in. That's what that is. But you can expect her to do something or expect a situation to be different, but you got to remember this. Her standards might not be the same as yours. Now, y'all should have some comparisons in those standards, but at the same time, I feel like, they should, be different but the same.
And that's what I'm saying. When I started researching and thinking about it, man, sometimes traditional thinking got in the way of a new standard. Mm-hmm. So, for instance, my expectation or my standard was her to be able to cook for me every day because I'm going to work.
Right.
But not thinking that, okay, she's a millennial woman, she worked. Okay, I can't expect her to come home and always cook for me. Sometimes I could bring a meal home or something, So just things like that, man. So it is always a learning curve, Mm-hmm. So when you set these standards, you got to be open to who's in the mix. You get what I'm saying? Yeah. So if my queen is in the mix, I got to allow some of her standards to come in play.
Right. And you also have to
become my standards.
Yeah. And just let them know that it's a standard, it's not a commandment, because they don't want you to sit. Why I gotta cook for you every day? Why I gotta respect you every day? Like, where does it end? Just standards. That's it.
And why is there a limit on it? Why is there a stipulation on it? You know what I'm saying? It's like you should want to.
Right.
Am I not that good of a man?
Right.
Mm-hmm. True.
But my thing is, what you do to get them, you also need to do to keep them.
Yeah.
You get what I'm saying? Like, don't just switch up because we got paperwork now.
Right.
Yeah.
Right. You got to date her every day.
Yeah.
Some men should have that type of standard in order to make their woman feel more than amazing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Like I said, man, that's why I like this. I like coming on here like this, man, because not only do I get to see myself, but I get to learn. And it's always getting better, man. There's always room to get better, you know. I feel like I know a lot,
Yeah.
but I'm not against getting more. So that's why I asked the question, you know, because I was seeing that
Right.
a standard and traditionally whatever you thought or how you were raised. You know what I'm saying? That plays a big
Right.
part, how you were raised. So I got to understand that she's a working woman. She has her own career, and I have to
Right.
allow her that room.
Yeah. And just going off what you said earlier, Keith, about absence, you know, that's Law 16 and the 48 Laws of Power, you know, use absence to increase the respect and honor. Because if you see somebody every day, they're not going to respect you like they would if you see them like, you know, a year or two later, like every time you go back home to Texas. Like, okay. So.
Right. It's all love, you know?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, man. That's the beauty. That's what we really should be focusing on. Like KD said, cut the traditional thinking of these are the standards of life, and this is what men do, this is what women do. That's like you got a lot of young guys, they have to prove themselves because they're young. But once you get to a certain age, you should not be out here as a man trying to prove yourself in any manner. You should be living through your purpose, and your purpose has nothing to do with the next guy.
Right.
Or the next woman. It doesn't have anything to do with that. Those just sort of what you say traditional thought, traditional standards for everybody.
Mm-hmm.
But we got to unlearn it, man.
Yep, absolutely. Because what works in your household may not work in mine. So.
Right. Exactly. But we do have to have some type of order, some type of, you know, standard on our lives, though. That's just what everybody should do.
Oh yeah.
Right.
I feel like standards should link with goals. You know, like you said something about purpose. You got to be connected to your purpose, you know, and that leads into your goal, short-term goals and long-term goals.
Right. It definitely falls in the line. I'm trying to share this.
I got to keep cutting my mic off because my guy doing some work around that. So
Okay.
I'm here with y'all. You might hear a little bit of noise every now and then. I try to knock it off a minute, but I'm here.
Coach, what you got somebody doing back there?
Putting in my fresh dough, man. I couldn't do it by myself. That's what I was doing before I got on here. I had to stop. You know, we got a commitment, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yes, sir. You gotta love this guy, man. Y'all don't understand the commitment these guys have, man. Chef be around there. Mike driving trucks right now. He done pulled over. Mike, you still driving or you made it to the house?
I finally made it to the house. I was rushing like him.
Okay.
But
yeah, Mike, give me some of them standards you got.
Huh?
I said, give me some of them standards you got.
Well, I tell you, it used to be when I was young, I thought like the way of the warrior. You know, honor, duty, honor, country, all of that. Being a good man, faithful, trustworthy, honest. Then it's like after those days were over, things changed. And actually, this topic, it made me realize how much. Because now I don't have to do half of those things that I used to do. It's basically now I just get up, go to work, come home, eat, take a shower, go to sleep. Study for the show, do some personal development, but I've noticed how standards are starting to slack just by studying for this topic today. Because I realize it says that your goals, values, purpose, motivation, virtues, and vices all go toward developing your standards.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
So, that being said, everybody's standards are unique to them. And there's so many different areas because you might have a standard in one area that doesn't even pertain to another area. For example,
Right.
finances, your physical fitness, your health, you got standards for each area of your life. Some of them are interchangeable and some of them are not.
True.
Um,
Yeah.
So that's why
Yeah.
I'm saying now that my standards, I got to go back and reevaluate.
Right.
Yeah.
I like that. I like that what you said. Go back and reevaluate because it's important to revisit the standards ever so often because they change as you grow.
Yeah, that's the thing. I haven't thought about standards since I don't even remember when. And the
Right.
thing is, I have standards for myself, but I've never set standards for the people around me. So that's another thing where I got to go back and change.
Yeah, but see that goes back to what I was saying earlier, as far as it's like being so accessible to people.
Mm-hmm.
Every time somebody calls, you got to answer the phone. It's like, nah, sometimes I let the phone ring just so I can complete the thought that I was having at that moment. And then when I get some free time in my mind, I go back and pick the phone up.
Right.
Because if I get that, then I done lost my train of thought because somebody else considered to call me about whatever. You know what I'm saying? But it's like we have to start setting that standard of, man, I got to give myself grace on what I'm doing. Because if I keep rushing to handle this, handle that, how do I really have me in control of me? How do I control my emotions? And my emotions are always all over the place.
Mm-hmm. True.
Yeah, I wrote a note saying most men believe that being a good provider means supporting your family financially, but it means much more than that because a man should also contribute emotionally, spiritually, physically, and being mental. So it's more than one way of just having that
Right.
standard in your house. I mean, even on the job. So
Yeah.
And see, that's a lot of times that we forget to protect our spouses' ears. You know what I'm saying? Like, you'll see a lot of women, man, I'm on the phone. It's like, excuse me, when you get off the phone, we need to have a discussion about the phone. Because y'all on the phone talking about absolutely nothing that has to do with nothing.
yeah,
So if she keeps getting that bullshit information, where do you think she's going to transport it to?
Right to you.
That pillow talk, all that pillow talk we do after the sex or before the sex, or we just chilling. You got to remember, man, it's a two people. When you got two people together and we got one getting that bad information, bringing the bullshit to you, and you like say, I don't want that. That ain't what I'm doing. Oh, you don't even listen to me. Apparently you're not listening to your damn self. So we got to set a standard on what they're doing as well. You know what I'm saying? Because if we just keep allowing, that means we're settling.
yeah.
We're not growing. We're not getting into the space of it's a new journey every day. You feel me?
Absolutely.
It's just
That's
different
true.
standards that we can, as men, we supposed to be setting the tone for us in our household anyway.
That's good, man. That's good. Because remember, I got a perfect example. When you talked about doing the September challenge, Tuesday, Wednesday, and Thursday, me, I set that standard. I said, this is what I want to do. This is what we're going to do. And she was on board with it,
Right. See, that's the thing about both male and female. We both want to be inspired. We both want to be taught. We both want to be loved. You know what I'm saying? Everybody wants that. But everybody don't know how to teach their wife or teach their spouse, teach their girlfriend. They don't know how to teach them without it making it sound like a lesson.
Right.
But me, I incorporate, let me show you this business opportunity.
Yeah,
Because if we don't show, if we get a certain age, we supposed to be looking at opportunities anyway for business, better relationships, eating healthier. We're supposed to be looking at every better, you know, and better empowerment opportunity anyway. You know what I'm saying? But we get so comfortable with being around one another that we don't even want to help each other thrive anymore. How was your day, babe? It was good. All right. End of discussion.
Yeah.
What else we got to talk about your day? And then she asks you, how was your day? Oh, yeah, I had a good day. Y'all didn't elaborate. Y'all didn't bring up nothing extra, you know, to make this, you know, keep fulfilling each other's spirit. Keep pouring into each other's cup.
Yeah.
You feel me?
If you
I
don't
be
do
making
it,
a lot of
somebody else
mistakes, so
will.
that's why I feel like I got a little conversation. I got 4 baby mamas, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Yeah, and I dated some women at the same time, so I feel like relationships, I pretty much know how to mess one up.
Yeah.
So I'm giving y'all all the advice I done messed up.
Yeah.
Boy, I hear you, boy.
You
I
feel
hear
me?
you.
They say you can learn something from everybody. Yeah, I might not be married,
Learn
but I
what
done
not to
messed
do.
up a lot of good ones.
Learn what not to do.
I think we all messed up a lot of good ones. So it's like,
Yeah, man.
Yep.
but I mean,
But a
you
man,
still have to realize, you know, you sitting with your spouse, your girlfriend, your significant other or whatnot, and hey, babe, how was your day? Oh, it's fine. It's like they're being short with you, but then they turn around and get on the phone and they're talking to one of their friends or their colleagues for like 20, 30, maybe an hour
Right.
about their day.
Right.
Like, damn, you talking to them that long about it? I asked you the same question.
Right.
But it's because the person that's talking to on the phone, like they have their ear open, like they're listening for that gossip, they're listening
They
for
was
that
right
mess.
there. Yeah.
It's like, oh, okay, so yeah, they turn that to a whole unhealthy conversation.
No, that's true, bro. That's true.
And then they have the work husbands and work wives that come into the picture, and then you want to get mad.
Yeah.
That's your standards, bro.
There you go. I knew it was coming. I knew
I had to figure out how I could, you know, position this conversation to add it in. Be like, here you go.
You hear me?
well, it's
Man.
prime time.
Huh?
I said, well, it's prime time. Anything goes.
You hear me? Prime time. That's what he do. But say, I got this one thing I had wrote down, man. It says, a lot of men, they try to prove themselves as they're masculine, as they're much, you know, like they try to push their weight around, push the strength around. We're not even understanding because a lot of us not taught that the man is not his physicality or what he can provide, but it's the man what his mind is.
Mhm.
Because a man is mind. That's what a man is. That's his. You're supposed to be your mind. Your thoughts are supposed to be the best characteristic of you. You know what I'm saying? Your strength should be your will, your willingness to continue to go, the resilience you should have. But a lot of us give up on things that we're really supposed to keep moving forward with.
Right.
Because we've seen the example of some men to where they would give us the example of, say, just forget about it, man. Don't do it.
Yeah.
So what you put in is very important. What you put into your mind at a daily basis. You know,
And on a daily
consistently.
self-development, some people tell me, I done heard people talk about, well, I done self-develop. I'm like, really? So
But
you're
when did
really
it start?
done with that stuff, huh? Yeah, you're
So you
done
didn't
with that
arrive
stuff.
now.
Yeah, I done did self-development.
So you
Now-
didn't ride.
Nah,
so,
you know,
so
yeah,
it's
self-development is every day.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because
It is unlearning your, however many years you are, it's in learning that past that you grew up in. You know what I'm saying?
Mhm.
That's what the people need to start setting the standard of. I need to unlearn everything that I was taught, because there is a new truth that we wasn't told, that we wasn't taught, but it's been there.
Mhm.
I was listening to KRS-One talk about Freemasonry, and it was more like, if I was to show you what I know, you would not believe me because it's so truthful. It makes sense to certain people, but certain people can't grasp what they know, the knowledge that they have.
They not
It's like
ready.
it's like these archaeologists that I've been listening to. You know what I'm saying? The dudes are giving so much great information, it makes sense. But we've been taught spirituality, Christianity, and the religion part of life as one way. This is all it has been. We've been taught that.
Yeah.
When we should at least, take a look off into the other side, like, really, what they doing?
Mm-hmm.
How is this religion? How is their religion better than this religion? How is my religion better than their religion? Why would I have to be in these 4 different type of religions, or however many religions that there are? Why we have to have so many?
Mm-hmm.
When it's supposed to be one God?
Yeah.
So true.
Yeah, I mean,
that's a whole nother conversation.
Right there, ain't it?
I had to unmute on that.
Oh yeah.
But no, seriously though, like, my thought is that of course religions were man created. We know that, right?
Yeah.
So
Right.
that's why I don't try to focus on religion. I just try to have that relationship with, like, understanding, like, the inner peace and the meditation.
Right. Which is the source. Which is your source.
Exactly. Yeah.
Yeah.
So, I mean, to each his own, really, because we could talk for days on that, on religion.
Right. But just staying connected to your source, and that should be a stand, like you say, spirituality first, and then your family, and you know what I mean, and then you, and then the family, and the wife, and the kids, and things like that. But that's a whole nother day right there, boy. We can sure get on that one.
It's almost like it's all about, like, how you present information to people, or how you present information to your spouse or something. Like, I'll go out on a limb here, and people think that having an abortion is bad. People have their own beliefs on abortion. So it's like, okay, cool. Well, let's go to the abortion clinic. Oh, well, no, I don't want to do that. Okay, well, you have anything other than an abortion? Well, think about it like a fresh start program. It's like, okay, go on, wipe the slate clean, get you started all over. But it's like mentally, like, they're thinking about it like differently. It's like, okay, so he's just making a joke about it. But it's like, well, nah, because once again, it's all about how you word something. If I tell you I'm taking you to the abortion clinic versus like a fresh start program, I'm gonna put you on a fresh start program so you don't have to worry about this no more. You'll be more inclined to, whatever, but still. But anyways, let's continue.
Please.
That's another topic too, abortion.
Yeah.
That's another topic.
What I've been thinking about though, man, like why a lot of men don't hold on to their standards because of the social issues that we face every day.
Yeah.
I think
the addiction, the mental health.
Mm-hmm.
Those are the 2 biggest ones right there. Addiction and that messes with the mental health. You feel me?
Right.
And then a lot of people, the society says you got to have X amount of dollars. So now every female wants a man with these amounts of money when your money is just barely coming in. So you financially insecure about yourself on certain levels.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
And those are some of these, this is just a couple of issues that we face as men because we are so held so high to a standard.
Right.
We held to a certain standard in life to whereas this is what a man's supposed to do.
Those standards override our own personal standards in a lot of areas.
Right, exactly. Because that's what society says that we should be doing with ourselves instead of you figuring yourself out. We listen to what the news say. We listen to what the people, and it shouldn't be like that, man.
Right.
They are there for the entertainment to keep you distracted while the government does what they want to do.
Yep.
Yeah.
And next thing you know, you asking, wow, when that happened?
When did that, man? Hey, man, when did we go through that?
Yeah. It's happening.
Because we're not holding ourselves accountable for who we should be. We're not holding ourselves accountable for that.
Right.
Sure.
But we quick to tell you about somebody else's bullshit. Yeah, man, no, you should have seen what they did. Wait a minute, golly.
Yeah, like today,
Can we
like
bring you back into the picture?
yeah, like you know, they have there's a new variant that's going around. You know, not really like COVID, but you know, it's killing people, so it might as well be COVID. But they're so focused on out here in Louisiana, Beyonce, like
Why it can't be cancer?
right. It's
It's
like
killing people.
Beyonce,
Why it can't be pneumonia?
yeah,
Yeah, why? Yeah, it ain't got to be COVID.
Beyonce's concert is out here tonight, and people are all hyped up about it. She has resale tickets going for $113. No, I'm sorry, $113,000 to be like on the first row to sit
Yeah.
right there in front of Beyonce. They, they even did a breakdown for it. So if you can't afford that, you could like do the Affirm thing and pay $23,000, like four payments of $23,000,
Wow.
which isn't going to even equate to it. But it's like, you know, all this for the distract. That's your standard. You want to go see Beyonce, so you about to go pay this money for this ticket to go see her, and you about to go into foreclosure.
Right.
And see, that's a social issue right there. We have relationship conflict. We have relationship conflict all the time. You got work challenges. You can't make enough money. It won't come in fast enough. So that's the thing about, we got to understand as men, like I say, I'm not finna pay $100 nothing for you to go to a concert. I'm not finna pay $1,000 for you to go to a concert. She sounds the same on the song, baby.
Yeah.
On the radio.
Really, she did.
True.
Yeah, she sounds the same on the radio. You know, so why would I give out money that we could have to be building the future? But that lets you know the type of people who don't, you know, they probably building the future. They probably can make that, they probably got that kind of money. But for when you got people starting out, you got people brand new to even knowing who themselves are, to even creating the first standard of their own life. And like Michael said, he had to get back to what he used to be. You see what I'm saying? So we do lose ourselves along the way.
Yeah.
And doing that type of, you know, I ain't gonna say it's foolishness, but spending that type of money for a 3-hour concert, hey man, I can't see $3,000 going for 3 hours. That's like shooting dice.
Oh, but no,
It's lifetime.
$113,000
For the front.
Yeah, front row.
Yeah, nah.
Yeah,
Yeah, nah.
Hey,
I
what's
paid.
no
behind.
culture?
I paid.
She ain't that fine.
Yeah.
You ain't that bad, Beehive. Beehive, you ain't that bad. Boy, that is too funny.
But we do have to set standards, man, in all aspects of our life, man. You know. Hey, can you go down that list again, Alejandro? What you said at the beginning? You had moral, work, something else you had. I want to kind of receive that, hit on that.
Okay, let me pull that back up.
I think it was moral, work.
Oh yeah, there's morals, mastery, self-discipline, your work ethic, work-life balance, work quality, social comparison, humility, you know, taking a high road. There's tolerance, honesty, authenticity, culture, the norms, you know, appearance and hygiene, risk-taking, risk avoidance, intuition, optimism, plagiarism, sidelining. I can send it to you. Like there's like a whole list of
a whole list of it, and all of them sound good because integrity is the number one standard that every man should have.
Right.
Oh, absolutely.
Integrity.
Because without integrity, you just pretty much all over the place. Like he said, you'll fall for anything.
Yeah.
I like that, man. That's because I didn't go that deep into it, but that's a lot. Mastery. Wow. That's good. So,
and mastery is what we do. Is what we do on a daily basis with our craft. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
With your verbiage, with your, you know, it's like me. I really want to be the person who can explain to people how to break bad habits. You know what I'm saying? So that's what I've been studying. That's why I've been studying the mind. That's why I've been studying the old archaeologists, and because I want to know what the neuroscientists know. So I look at their programs. I read some of the information that they have. I don't pick up them books because they thick as hell, but I listen to one of them audibles and stuff like that.
Oh yeah.
Because once you learn how something works, it's like me and KD. We know KD know how to paint. You know you can't miss him with putting on mud on the wall. Everything gonna be smooth. So once we learn how our minds work, once we learn how something works, when you feel like you'll be a better person, you'll be more in control of your emotions.
Absolutely.
See, it's like everybody want to learn something, but what are you really trying to learn? Is it beneficial to more than just yourself?
Wow, that part. And that's where that servant leader come in at. Who can you serve?
Servant leader, because you're going to know how to.
Yeah.
Effortlessly. Wow. It's like a lot of people say, hey, man, you make that look so easy. Yeah, because I've set a standard for myself way back that this is it. I don't have nothing else. This is the standard that I'm going by. And if you don't like that standard, but see, that's a lot of time we don't have that conversation in the beginning of, hey, what are your standards? We trying to so busy trying to get in each other's pants, or we trying to get squeezed on the titty, whatever. We don't even care about that person's standards because right now we don't have none. We in lust. I just want that.
Yeah.
Give me that. That thing bad. Boy, you smell good, girl. Come here.
Get you.
Get you, God dog it. That we just throw every standard like them young boys say, I ain't got no type.
Really?
Yeah. But we listen to that, right? We're letting that go into our brains, and you're really coming up with that type of lifestyle because you don't even set a standard for yourself that you need a type.
Right.
Ooh, say that. You need a type.
You
How
need
you
a
grow
type.
and be better?
Right.
You catch anything.
You gonna catch anything going after anything.
Wow.
Because at the same time, I know we're supposed to like who like us, but if the person that like us is not on that spiritual journey that you're on, I don't care how much y'all like each other. That ain't gonna work.
Yeah.
No more than a week.
True.
That ain't gonna work. Y'all can love and lust on each other every day. Oh, the sex is amazing, but if y'all ain't on the same self-development spiritual journey, you're not gonna last.
Yeah, because I mean that sex is only gonna.
See, they only go so far.
Yeah, it's like if that's all
and
you
before
have in
you
common,
really start thinking, you know, okay, now we got the sex part down. Okay, what's next?
Yeah.
Where do we grow from? How do we grow? Okay, I love the sex, but where are we going next? So to set a standard of life of what you really should be having in your life, it's like a lot of dudes be like, oh man, she's stuck up. No, she got standards.
Yeah.
But then when a man have standards, he just don't like me. It's like, hold up.
Yeah.
How could you say that?
It's like those women
I don't
have
even know
the
you.
3 month
I
rule.
like the old school days. I don't mean to cut you off. I like the old school days where we used to be friends. You know, we went to high school together type of shit. You know, when you, oh girl, we was freshmen together. That's my high school sweetheart now. I've been watching him since the 9th grade type of business.
Yeah.
So that's why relationships last in high school. Because you get to see this person frequently, but you don't have to be in that person's space all the time. You feel me? So that goes back to what I was saying in the beginning of miss people sometimes. Let them disappear.
Yeah.
When you see them again, are they different? What have they become? Are they better? Are they worse? What are they doing?
Yeah.
And that's how you know your tribe of people, bro.
Yeah. What did they do when life showed up?
Yeah.
When life showed up, what did they do?
That's when you know their character.
Did they go back to drinking?
Did they fall? Did they go high? Did they run it high?
Right.
Did they step up and face the consequences?
Did they take accountability for themselves?
And see what part they played in the way the downfall came?
Right. See, people don't look at that. A lot of men and women, now I can say men nowadays too. You got a lot of men, they want to be the victim so bad.
Wow.
Yeah.
Look what they did. Look what she did this to me. He did this to me. It's like, man.
They won't hire me. I remember I used to be that guy. They won't hire me.
They won't hire me. It's like, man, come on, man.
Create a job.
That's
man.
these are, I'm gonna give you 5 characteristics of a man. What should be 5 characteristics. Let me say that. There's just 5. I know it's more. But being courageous in your day-to-day.
Yeah.
Have enough courage to be disciplined on saying no to, oh, look at her, boy. Oh, she fine. Oh, she over there winking at you now. You just like, oh, goo eye. Instead of saying, man, I don't even know what that's like. What? I don't, man. I take my time with that.
No is a complete sentence. No is a complete sentence.
What?
No,
you better know it. You better know it. And then what I was gonna say, being a protector, that's, we should, but just protect the one that we responsible for. I know I'm supposed to be protecting women. If I see something happening to her, I'm gonna be like, hey, y'all cut that out. You know what I'm saying? If he that adamant that he got to have, I'm gonna be like, say, bro, is it that serious? Just to have the conversation. We ain't got to jump out in front of the bullet, but at least as a man, if you see a man beating a woman down, at least have the decency to be like, say, man, y'all, come on, brother.
Take that
if
shit.
He turn back and look at you like, nigga, say, partner, I'm just asking you, bro, just to take that inside, man.
Yeah.
At least take it in the house. Or into a place where you can't go to.
Witness.
Yeah. I just need you to have to go to a place where nobody can see it. But we get so emotionally wrecked because we done lost standards for ourselves. We don't have standards for ourselves.
Yeah.
And it gets to that point. So then protect her. Then you gotta have the humility. Knowing that, hey man, I'm the best at it, but
ain't perfect.
Yeah. I'm human. How about that? I do it better than anybody, but I'm human. And be able to show it to somebody else's situation too. Physically. Integrity, that was the best one. I like integrity. And leadership.
Oh, that's me right there. Leadership. Yeah.
There it is. I'm telling you.
So that was 5. Leadership, courageous, integrity,
humility, and being a protector.
Wow.
But I like that, Van. That's real though. I used to always do that too, Van. I ain't gonna even lie. I wasn't holding myself accountable, but now every time if I know the part that I played in it, I'd be like, say, I apologize. I'm wrong for doing that. My mouth was, my mind wasn't even, I was in another space. I wasn't ready for that type of conversation, but you persisted. And now, I had to say what I had to say, but I shouldn't have said it like that.
Yeah.
Right.
It's different ways we can apologize without sounding like a sucker, Oh, baby, I'm sorry. Oh, please don't, all that. That's sucker talk. It's like, say, man, I know I made the mistake. Just like he said, hold yourself accountable.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Because we got to set these type of standards as men, and we can't fold on the shit that we set down, though.
Right.
That's it.
And like standing on it, I stand on that.
That was one of my biggest ones, man. I couldn't apologize and all that,
Yeah.
Like I say, that personal growth, that personal development is something, man. It'll change your life. You work on it every day, though. Like I can be accountable now.
That was one of my main things. Trying to get me to apologize.
Yeah.
That wasn't gonna happen. Like, I'm sorry. Like, I don't even sound right saying it. I'll say my bad, my beat, something like that. But apologizing? Nah, because most likely if I said it to you, I meant it.
Yeah.
I meant to hurt your feelings. And that's why I say I can be your best friend or your worst enemy. So, you know, now that I'm a sanctified citizen of my community, because black men don't cheat, I feel like I'm in a better place.
That's
But
right.
bitch, don't kill my vibe. I'm saying.
Don't kill it. My hot vibration.
Yep.
Man, that's
Sanctified
real.
citizen of my community.
Yeah. Oh, but check this out though. It's like we was talking about that now. So like a lot of women, they want you to be kind. They want all this, you know, they want the puppy love, but then they don't, you know, we still have to put our foot down on the way. Like I was saying, like the way we apologize, we don't have to be sucker about it, but we still have to say, hey, check this out, bro. I know you're probably not used to this type of this type of discipline. I mean, not discipline, but this type of action. But hey, we got to do it this way. That's the only way we're gonna have order in this house. Because doing it your way, we're arguing, we're fussing, we're fighting. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. But when we just be like, you know, hey, when you give it to a certain kind of way, like say, man, I'm not here to fuss or fight with you. I just want you to have an understanding on what my standards are in this situation, in this relationship that we're in. And as a man, this is what I expect from this situation. Because a lot of us, that's why we have messed up relationships, because we don't do that. Like me, I shut down. I don't even want to talk to you because I be so mad because I'm disappointed in the actions that was taken on my part or your part. So I'm gonna shut down before I say something bad. I come back, address it a couple of days later, but it be, you know, situations I probably could have said something earlier, and you know, now her thoughts have spewed to negativity because I ain't said nothing to her in 2 days. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? Don't even want to talk to you because I'm so mad.
So how do you get past it? How do you get past it?
Like I said, I'm working on that part right now. As far as like, it takes me a day. It takes me about a day or two before I get my mind back right, because I have to think of every scenario that went wrong in that moment.
Right.
And what part, and like you say, what part did I play in it?
Okay.
I run that through my head, physically, mentally, spiritually. Like, what part did I play in this situation for that to happen? When I know it's not on me, that's when I just be like, you know, I don't even know if I want to go back to that situation, because I've explained to this person before, hey, that right there, that level of
don't work for me.
It don't work.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's when I hear toxic, I disappear. I don't be trying to hear it. You know what I'm saying? If I see toxic behavior and they think it's normal. So that's not for me to teach them. Yeah, that's not for me to teach them. I can bring it up or I can speak it, you know, hey, but I can't teach you. You ain't gonna do it until you ready to do it. Right.
Yeah. That's it.
I'm trying to avoid it.
Hardest situations in the world, because then you think about, why did I let it affect me in this way?
Right.
Then you get mad about that. Because you know, once you lose control, that's somebody else taking control.
That's somebody else, yeah. Somebody else got control of you.
So now you mad at yourself, you mad at the issue, whatever the problem is, and then ain't nothing to do but get out of the situation, walk away and let it calm down.
Yeah.
Because otherwise you end up doing something stupid.
Saying something stupid. Forget doing, you'll be saying stupid.
Yeah. Well, I don't like arguing. I'd rather just walk out, because I know once you start talking, the mouth moves faster than the brain.
Right.
All kind of stuff comes out.
Yeah. Well, it's really the subconscious mind giving you that same photographic memory video that's already there.
Yeah.
So I know what I'm gonna say. I'm gonna like Alejandro said, I'm prime time say, I'm gonna tear you apart. I want you to feel like, I want you to know I was trying to hurt you.
That's why when they ask, like, you're not gonna apologize for what you said? No, I'm not.
Right.
Because I appreciate the person that I am now, because the old me, the college Allen, if you want to go through my phone while I'm asleep, don't wake me up when you find what you're looking
Right.
for, because don't disturb my peace. Go in the other room and cry. You take my
Right.
phone with you, go ahead. But
Right.
you went looking for something and you found it. You go looking for an Easter egg as a kid, you find it, you get happy. You go through a
And
grown
that
man's
goes back
phone.
to that video you just sent me too, bro.
Yeah. Yeah.
He talking about, do I go through it? No, you don't go through it.
Yeah.
You let it be. Let it do what it's gonna do. I had to learn that when I was young. I was a kid, bro. I was going through my girl phones and I couldn't find them, but it was like, what are you doing, stupid?
Like you looking to hurt your feelings.
You
Like,
looking to hurt your feelings.
yeah. So
I'm looking to be mad.
yeah.
So now I respect everybody's privacy. I don't care what you got going on. That's not my business.
That's it. Just don't let
Standard,
It ain't my issue.
having a standard as a man. You know what I'm saying? Hey, man, I haven't married the lady, or even if I have married her, I still have to respect her space, regardless of what my thoughts. That's where you go back to self-development. That's how you get back to push yourself back to that unlearning stage. Man, I can't be doing that no more. Man, I can't live like that no more. You have to set new standards for yourself. I like that, Mike. You say you went to reflecting and you came up with that. And that's a daily thing, bro. Look at your standards at the end of the week. Like, hey, man, did I move off my pivot? Did I stay a course? Am I still disciplined in this area? That's what I'm working on too.
Yeah.
I look at the discipline every day. I ask myself at the end of the day, okay, did you indulge in anything that ain't healthy for you?
Right.
You know what I'm saying? And I be talking to myself wanting to go get a rib sandwich. I be smelling them saddies, riding, truck clean. You just right. I got the windows up, the AC blowing, and the smell of the smoke coming the truck.
Yeah.
Turn the music up and keep riding. That's
yeah. And I applaud you on that, because when it comes to clean eating, as clean as
It's
I'm gonna
hard.
get, as long as I have a napkin in my hand, I'm clean.
Man.
It's as good as good.
Definitely very challenging, but it's beneficial. I don't be as tired as I used to be when I start the meat and stuff.
Right.
When I eat better.
Yeah.
So you stop eating meat altogether?
I do it 3 days a week.
What you? Oh, you eat clean 2 or 3 days a week?
Yeah.
Okay.
I've been doing pretty good. I got another challenge coming up though, the month of October, 2 miles a day for 30 days, starting Sunday.
2 miles?
2 miles,
I
whether
do a
walk or
mile.
ride.
I do a mile in about 15
I'm gonna ride
minutes.
my bike though. But a lot
I
of
do.
people
I'm
around
on
here
the
gonna walk.
elliptical. I'm on that elliptical every morning. I do a mile in about 15 minutes.
Okay, that's good.
Yeah. Yeah, I be on that thing sweating like a mug.
Yeah, that elliptical something serious.
Nah, man, that's a full body, man. I love it. Especially when it be.
No.
Ah.
Well, you know, they got the one that don't do the arms, but I be on the one with the arms. I be on that thing like this.
Like you skiing.
Soon as I get in that thing, that's my warm up.
But I'm definitely happy about this topic, man, you know, because what it helped with me this time is that I can keep revisiting it. I can keep twerking them a little bit, you know, but ultimately I have certain standards that I stand on on like a daily basis, or, you know, but I try to veer away from tradition, you know, especially when it comes to my my spouse and you know, the home environment.
Right.
Some things I allow, some things I don't, you know. But people only do to you what you allow. Well,
That's
probably
true.
who it is. So stand on something.
Yeah, a lot of times, man, we don't even realize that when we don't have standards, that's because we don't really know what we're doing in life.
Right.
We're wake up every morning just like, I don't even know what's gonna happen today.
Yeah.
I know I gotta go to work. I gotta be there at 7, but man, what's gonna happen at work? That's because you got a job that you don't like. When you're more concerned about coworkers and bosses and all of that, you're really not living a fulfilled life. Like, I really want to do this. But like each one of us, we inspired. We love what we do because that's what we love. What we do. Coach been wanting to coach since he was in high school. You've been wanting to chef since you was young guy. Mike, you just like driving because that's what you just like to do.
Mm-hmm.
You know, I like to remodel houses because I love fixing shit. Fixing things. And see, that's what I'm working on too, cussing. I can get these cuss words out my I'm setting the standard of not to be cussing so much around here, man. But that's the new that's a new daily a new weekly thing for me, Mike. I like that when you say you reflecting every week, thinking that's what I do at the end of every Friday. I'm like, man, what did I do different? How can I do something different next week?
Right.
And now I'm starting to wake up in the mornings just to be grateful and then think about, okay, set the tone for my day before I even get out the door.
Right.
People say, man, you got a lot of energy. It's like, brother, I was already energized because I got a chance to wake up to do it again. Mm-hmm. And I know how this life works. I know if you go outside with a great attitude, speaking, shaking hands, meeting people, there's no telling who you're gonna meet.
True that.
Over 8 billion people on this earth, man.
Yeah.
Yeah. Who you gonna meet today?
You could meet the one that's gonna help you become a millionaire.
Say, boy, who you say? What you say?
That's it.
But that's the standards that we have to start creating creating a new habit. Because a habit is a standard.
Yeah. Because that company that I had a competition for a couple of weeks ago, I'm thinking it's just like, okay, cool, go and do this real quick. And turns out he's the owner of Feed Wells. And then he wanted to turn around and partner with us to go and run the charter schools that he had taken over.
Right.
You never know who you meet.
You never know who you're going to meet. That's why we give it to them every day. Be the best version of ourselves every day.
Yeah.
So that's how you get the best version of somebody else. I listened to this cat today. I just posted on my page, and he was like, you have to learn how to be the man that you want before you get into the relationship. If you was a cheat before you got a relationship, just because you got a girl don't mean you're not going to cheat.
Right.
You just know how to do it. You know how to play the game. Mm-hmm. But if you trying to be the best version of yourself and you trying to show her that, hey, you going to listen to me, I'm the man. It's like you got to be the best version of you before she even understands that you're the man. She's not going to be submissive to a dude who don't even have a plan. Where are we going next year? What are we doing? Are we taking trips? What are we doing? We buying property? What are we doing?
Right.
Are we starting a new business? We're not doing any of those things. I've heard women say, this is a new conversation of women listen. That I'm listening to these women that I be around. You know what I'm saying? She don't care about the relationship part. She's trying to figure out, how are we building the relationship? How are we building? Because a lot of men don't want to build with women. They just want to knock them down. Because that was our mindset. Pimp, hoe, bitch, the caveman days, you know what I'm saying? That's the crazy part that some of us have stuck in our mindset. Some of us have created that standard of life for us to be just only the woman beater or the woman controller, instead of saying, hey man, that's a business partner right there. See, a marriage is a business relationship.
Yeah.
Marriage is not a relationship. Marriage is a business relationship. It should be anyway.
Yeah, exactly.
But that's what I've heard from relationship coaches. I'm not a relationship coach, y'all. So, but I've listened to a lot of podcasts. I listen to a lot of intelligent men that, got their shit together. Mm-hmm. And that's my examples of, what I go through my day to day. I look for men who are qualified to be called a man, you know, because like I said, like we all know, you know, every man ain't a man. A lot of men are males. Just it. A male just existing.
Mm-hmm.
You know, can't do nothing but what they do every day. But it is what it is. So man, Coach, what we got? You gone? So we finna clear it
I'm
out.
here.
Yeah, we about to clear it out. We done ran through this hour.
Yeah, it was all good, man. Great show. I'm glad I was here, glad I was part of it, man. But keep striving, set your standards, and basically make it do what it do. When you set that standard, apply it, and go all the way out with it. You know, go to the end with it. You know, change for the traditional thinking, set new standards. Don't be afraid to be set apart and do something different.
Right. There it is. Mike, what you got?
And I'll say, there's so many different areas in our lives where we got to set our standards. And the thing is, if you just evaluate, change one thing, set one standard that's going to bring you positivity in each area, just keep moving from there.
Yeah. Prime time.
So I have a couple. Without standards, there cannot be no improvement. People mistake the limitation for high standards, and sometimes it's simply that their ceiling is your floor.
I like that, man. People selling themselves for high standards, thinking they're more than what they are.
Yeah.
Well, you know, maybe that's what they really trying to be, but they don't even understand they got to become that before they start setting them standards.
Right.
A lot of women want to go on trips every weekend, want to be taken out to the nice restaurants every weekend, but can you do that for yourself comfortably?
Yeah.
Without no hiccups.
It's just like that Birkin bag.
You know, so as men, I feel like this right here. We should always understand that a man isn't his accomplishments, a man is his mind. You know. Coach, what you done did? Coach, what's happening, brother?
Did it work?
Man, we going out. But I was gonna just say, man, just make sure that you are very aware every day of your standards. Make sure that you stay in the forefront of your mind about what you want to be. And then, like Bob Proctor said, man, visualize it in your mind, write it down, and say it every single chance you get on what you want out of your life, and then that will manifest, because that's shooting that energy out there.
Wow.
Yeah. So, you know, man, y'all keep on believing into yourselves, and then we're gonna talk to y'all next week, man. The Elite Mancast is out. Peace.
Peace.
Yeah, there we go.